Long before tip-off, Stephen Curry swished his routine tunnel shot on the second try. Once the game began, the two-time MVP stood along the bench anxiously waiting for his turn, shaking his legs and clapping his hands with nervous energy and anticipation. Then, mouthpiece dangling. Of course, Curry finally entered at the 4:20 mark of the first quarter to a roaring ovation from the Oracle Arena crowd and immediately got to work. He knocked down a three-pointer from the left wing 11 seconds later and was off and running in Golden State's 121-116 victory over the New Orleans Pelicans on Tuesday night, Wednesday, Manila time. The ball swung to him, and he just launched. "It didn't surprise me. That's who he is," Coach Steve Kerr said. "That was a fun moment." Curry came off the bench to score 28 points in a triumphant return from a knee injury and nearly 6 weeks off, and the Warriors held off Anthony Davis and the pesky Pelicans to go ahead 2-0 in the Western Conference semifinals. All is right with the Warriors again now that number 30 is back on the floor, even as a backup. Kevin Durant scored 29 points with a huge three-pointer with 3:10 to play to go with 7 assists and 6 rebounds in Golden State's franchise record 14th consecutive postseason victory at Oracle Arena. Draymond Green contributed 20 points, 12 assists and 9 rebounds, while battling Davis on both ends all night. Davis finished with 25 points and 15 rebounds, and Jrue Holiday had 24 points, 8 rebounds and 8 assists for the Pelicans, who also got 22 points and 12 assists from Rajon Rondo. Andre Iguodala converted a snazzy three-point play with 6:41 left when he flipped the ball up, and it came back down and through the net as he was fouled by Rondo, then Golden State pulled away. The best-of-7 series resumes with Game 3 on Friday at New Orleans. Curry shot 8 for 15 with 5 three-pointers and grabbed 7 rebounds in 27 minutes. He let it fly for a 30-foot three in the closing minute of the third. He's going to score, New Orleans coach Alvin Gentry said. The Warriors were focused on keeping their edge after a blowout Game 1 win. Just the energy Curry brings helped that cause. The whole place came alive when he made his first appearance on the floor. That was a special moment when Steph checked into the game, Kerr said. Curry had been sidelined since spraining his left knee March 23, the same day he came back from a 6-game absence with a right ankle injury. He already had a history of brilliant returns from injuries. In late December against Memphis, Curry came back after being sidelined 11 games with a sprained right ankle to score 38 points with 10 three-pointers. Curry returned for Game 4 of the Warriors' 5-game Western Conference semifinals against Portland 2 years ago and made 16 of 32 shots with 5 three-pointers and scored 17 points in overtime on the way to 40 in a 132-125 victory. He grabbed 9 rebounds and dished out 8 assists. The game had its testy moments. Curry made a bounce pass in transition to Iguodala late in the third and Solomon Hill was hit with a flagrant one for grabbing Iguodala's neck area as he shot. That came 14 seconds after a double technical against Davis and Green after they got tangled and rolled around and over each other. "I live for playoff basketball. It's the most fun time of the year for me," Green said. Klay Thompson never found his groove and went 4 for 20, 2 of 11 on threes, and scored 10 points. Iguodala scored 15. Green drove coast to coast for a three-point play 2:08 before halftime, then Thompson banked in a three at the halftime buzzer for a 58-55 Warriors edge at intermission. Even a balanced Pelicans attack, they took 105 shots, with all 5 starters scoring in double figures, wasn't enough to stop the explosive defending champions. Tip-ins. Pelicans, Nikola Mirotic fouled out with 2:43 left after scoring 18 points. The Pelicans scored 38 points in the paint the first 2 quarters. New Orleans went 13 for 37 from deep, 4 of 20 in the first half. Warriors, Curry came off the bench for just the second time in 76 career playoff games. Nick Young started a second straight game. Golden State has won 26 of the last 28 meetings overall versus the Pelicans. Home run king Barry Bonds sat courtside and congratulated Curry afterward. Rebounding Green. Green had games of 19, 18 and 15 rebounds the previous 3 games and a triple-double in Game 1, then was 1 board shy of another. He's been saving himself for the playoffs, Kerr said after the game. Quotable. It was a lot more fun when I was over there, Gentry joked of preparing for the Warriors, referring to his time as Golden State's top assistant during the franchise's 2014-15 championship season.